You can get distracted by what I call the three-ring circus of our financial life. Now, what do I mean by a three-ring circus? Well, if you've ever been to the circus as a kid or an adult, you know there's a whole lot of stuff going on. And let me show you what I mean when I say three-ring circus. So here we Hey community, it's the beginning of July. Yes, we're entering officially the second half of the year. That means the first half's gone. And you're probably sitting here wondering, where did the time go? I know I am. But you may also be wondering, like the vast majority of people who set extreme goals at the beginning of the year around money. Why haven't I met my financial goals? Why haven't I met my income goals, my savings goals, my paying down debt goals? These things may be causing extreme pain in our lives, but we still don't make the change. Even though we may have attended webinars, we may have gone to events, we may have gotten information from people, read books, but still, after we get all excited about it, we don't make the change. Well, I thought about that, and based on my experience with people that I've coached, I've worked with, here's what I've come up with. You can get distracted by what I call the three-ring circus of our financial life. Now, what do I mean by a three-ring circus? Well, if you've ever been to the circus as a kid or an adult, you know there's a whole lot of stuff going on. And let me show you what I mean when I say three-ring circus. So here we have our three rings. So let's talk about our first ring. That first ring is comfort. What does that look like? Well, you're comfortable with your situation. You don't want to change, or you don't even see the need to change. You talk yourself into believing that, oh, it's really not that bad. You're sitting there like the baby in his stinky diaper, and it's warm, it's moist, it's comfortable to you. You don't want to, you don't see the need to change until somebody comes along and goes, what's that? That stinks. What are you doing sitting in that? Let's change that. Except in our lives, we have to be the ones to change. There's not anybody coming to change our stinky financial situation. But because we get comfortable with it, we don't move. And Tony Robbins once said something that stood out in my mind, that we do not make change until the pain of doing nothing exceeds the pain of doing something. Unfortunately, at that point, it's so critical that it may be too late. But you don't want to wait until it's too late. You can take action now to get out of it, but that comfort that you get used to keeps you stuck there. Now, what else? Well, in this ring right here, we have something called fear. What is that? Well, fear can take on many different things. It's fear of the unknown. Well, I don't know how to get there. I don't know how to change my situation, so why would I even try? I don't know what's on the other side. I don't have a map. I don't have a blueprint. I'm going to stay right here. Other fear might be fear of criticism from people around us. And that might come in the form of, I know you. You don't have a college degree. You don't have credentials. You're not an expert. What are you doing trying to get rich? You don't know anything more about money than I do. Why don't you just have a seat, sit here just like the rest of us, and stay where you are, because you're not better than me. And that fear of trying to change holds us back. Here's another thing in this third ring that's connected to that fear, and that's our negative peers. Right? They're sitting there, they're happy where they are, and they don't want to see you do better. So they're looking at you trying to make changes, and they're like peering over your fence, and they're like, what's he doing over there? Oh no, I gotta stop this. Hey, stop. You can't be better than me. You're not going to get anywhere that I haven't gotten. Just stay right here with us and we'll be comfortable together. See, these two right here are connected, because when the fears come in the form of these people, that's what really holds you back. So these things conspire together, comfort, fear, and negative peers, to just keep us from even trying to make change. But we can break out of it. How do I know? I did. And I helped others do it too. And in the next video, I'm going to show you some techniques to break out of the comfort, fear, and negative peers, 3-ring circus, and finally take action to make your financial life better.